Hi, everyone, and thanks for listening to the Precarious Podcast. Another true story. For all the folks giving that well-meaning advice to desperate job seekers right now to just, quote-unquote, take a minimum wage job, unquote, here's the reality. Minimum wage jobs that, by the way, don't even help you stay housed or afford food cost a ton of time and money to get. How do I know this? I recently helped a young man looking for any work to apply to some minimum wage service jobs. We had to create their resume and manually input it into a custom corporate web portal. This process took hours. Then we needed to fill out a long, invasive psychological work styles exam filled with ethical questions about whether a job seeker would side with fellow employees over management, whether they'd report their manager over ethical issues, whether they'd take customer abuse without reacting. This exam was bizarre and chilling. The job also required St. John's ambulance training and food handlers certification. Basic first aid at the time, it's probably more now, was $160, and it required 2 days in person. That sort of training means transit money, in addition to the fees for the training itself. That also means childcare costs for parents, and it means lost opportunity costs while the training is happening. The food handler certification was $70, plus HST in Canada, which is 13%. Prices can be even higher if you stumble across a predatory training company, and I was shocked to see how many of those there were, charging 4 times that amount. Some companies will even dock your pay for weeks to pay off the cost of their training program. This specific job required a uniform and work boots. The uniform ranged from $50 to $75. The candidate also needed anti-slip shoes, steel-toed recommended, which ranged from $125 to $150. Now, I was a PhD candidate at the time with an extensive corporate background. I worked as a corporate director, for example, and I found the entire process daunting, discouraging, and infuriating. I've applied for corporate leadership jobs that were less onerous. I was shocked to learn this struggling young person needed nearly $400, which they didn't have at all, to get a job which didn't even help them live. All of this and minimum wage still equals hunger and homelessness. It's horrible out there for job seekers. Show some grace. Help your fellow job seekers if you are one, or if you're employed and have connections. Please reach out to those you know that are looking for work and give them all the help you can. It's a nightmare for young people in particular. And I wanted to share this story because there are so many myths out there in the world of labor that I wanted to set the record straight. Older folks like me, you don't know what is going on out there if you're telling your young person, just take any job. It costs a fortune to get a minimum wage job in Ontario. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this podcast, give it a like, share it with a friend, subscribe to my Substack. I really appreciate you listening. Thanks so much and have a great day.